Okay, so I'm going to come at you guys with my last NFL mock draft before the draft tomorrow night. This one here just has a little bit more stuff into it, and my laptop camera seems not to be working, so I'm using my phone, so bear with me while I try to angle it up and get everything perfect. Anyway, let's move on with this mock draft. So in the first round, the Detroit Lions carry pick number 8. And with here, I think the Detroit Lions are going to trade down. There's going to be a lot of phone calls coming in. But the team that's going to call in, and which I think could happen, is the Green Bay Packers. They get on the phone. They want a wheel and deal. They need a tight end. TJ Hawkinson is at risk of being taken either by Buffalo or Denver, but here we're gonna go and we're gonna trade with the Green Bay Packers. We are going to get their 12th pick as well as their 30th pick in the first round for them in order to trade up to get TJ Hawkinson, because this might be one of the last seasons they have Aaron Rodgers. So that's what I have them doing here. So moving on in the draft, pick 12 in the first round, which we got from Green Bay, I have us getting Jonah Williams, offensive tackle out of Alabama. Just builds a lot of depth here at our offensive line. We did lose TJ Lang. I believe Jonah Williams could play that guard position because our tackles are pretty good. Rick Wagner, obviously, eventually, I think Jonah Williams will move to the outside and play tackle because Ricky Wagner might not be with the team next year. But Jonah Williams, I believe, will be an instant plug and play any place on the line. He can play either guard or tackle. At 6'4", 302, he does have shorter arms, but I believe he can still play at a higher level. And then moving on to our second pick in the first round, which would be pick 30, which we acquired from the Green Bay Packers. And we actually get a call from the Cincinnati Bengals wanting to trade up into this position so they could take their quarterback, Daniel Jones, because he's still on the board, in my opinion. So they trade up here. We get their 42nd pick in the first round, 72nd in the third, and their 149th in the fifth round. That gives us a lot more depth because there are a lot of holes to fill on our team. Moving on to that first pick in the second round, which we acquired from Cincinnati, which is pick 42 in the second round, and that is getting Josh Oliver, the tight end of San Jose State. I believe Josh Oliver is by far the third best tight end in this draft. I believe he kind of rose a little bit above Irv Smith Jr. out of Alabama. I really like Josh Oliver here. He can block, and he's an excellent pass catcher. He doesn't drop a lot of open targets and or contested passes. He's very, very good hands. Moving on to the next pick, which is back-to-back in the first round because we already carried the 43rd selection in the second. And we draft DeAndre Baker, the corner out of Georgia. DeAndre Baker is just going to be an instant plug-and-play. Instantly improve that corner position. He's a bump and run corner, kind of play similar to Darius Slay, similar body style. I just believe DeAndre Baker has a little bit more catch-up speed than Darius Slay. Moving on to the third pick, our third round selection that we acquired from the Cincinnati Bengals at pick 72. I have us drafting Amani Hooker, safety out of Iowa. Instant improvement in the safety position. Glover Quinn just retired. I believe he'll be an instant plug-and-play safety in the league. Excellent upgrade compared to Tracy Walker. I just believe Amani Hooker is going to be the guy in Detroit. Moving on to our next third-round pick, because we did have one already, which we flip-flopped with Eagles with the Golden Tate trade. And that is getting at pick 88, Lonnie Johnson, corner out of Kentucky. You can never have too many corners in this league. He just comes in, plays a little bit more, gives us a little bit more depth, gives us a little bit more flexibility on what we want to do with Teez Tabor and so on and so forth. Moving on to the fourth round, pick 111. I have us getting DeAndre Walker, defensive end, outside linebacker out of Georgia. Instantly going to improve our pass rush, give us a little bit more versatility on what we want to do with our defensive line. and kind of give offensive lines something to worry about. Moving on to the next pick, which is round 5, 146. We draft quarterback Tyree Jackson out of Buffalo. I believe Tyree Jackson could fall in this draft. I believe he could still be a 4th round quarterback, or sooner, but I believe he falls to the 5th. We pick him up because we have brought him in for a workout, plus had private interviews with him. We are very interested in Tyree Jackson, so don't be I'm pretty optimistic we're going to draft him some point in this draft. Moving on to the next pick in the 5th, one of our 3 picks in the 5th round. We get at 149 Trey Lamar, linebacker at Clemson, one of the worst linebacking cores in the league. You can look at our team this year, and Trey Lamar just comes in and adds a little bit more depth to our team. The next pick in the 5th round at 148, I don't know why those got flip-flopped, but 148 first. Before we draft Trey Lamar, sorry guys, this got flip-flopped when I transferred it. But Khalil Hodge, one of the best linebackers in the draft out of Buffalo. Him and Trey Lamar are going to come in and give us an instant improvement on our linebacking core, as well as give us a little bit more depth. Down to the last 4 picks. Round 6, pick 184. I don't know how much longer Theo Riddick is going to be with the team, or drawing a blank here. But the other Zach Zenner. I don't know how much longer either one of those guys are going to be with the team. So I believe we're going to bring in another running back here. It's the 6th round, and there's still some good talent on the board. And I was bringing in the local product out of Michigan State, LJ Scott. Everyone remembers Le'Veon Bell coming out of Michigan State. He was a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick. I can't remember which one, but I know it was a later round pick. And they didn't think he would amount to much. But look at him now. He obviously he has some off-field issues and stuff like that, but LJ Scott, he doesn't have those issues. His run style is similar to Le'Veon Bell. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He runs with power, and he's got a chip on his shoulder. He didn't have a great senior season like he wanted to. He was hurt a couple times. I think it was a few weeks this season he was hurt. So you gotta kind of think about what he's going through and what he wants to prove. I believe LJ Scott would be an excellent addition to the Detroit Lions. I believe him and Kerryon Johnson would be one of the best 1-2 punches in the league. That's just my opinion. Anyway, moving on. The next 6th round pick at 204, Anthony Wesley, wide receiver, Texas Tech. He's a big-bodied wide receiver who can also run any route on the route tree. Excellent hands, high point the ball, and he can make anything happen. Excellent pickup here in the 6th round. I think he's going to be an excellent wide receiver 2 in the league, next to Kenny Galladay. Moving on to the next selection in the 7th round at pick 224. Can never have too many of these, and that's defensive backs in this league. Delvin Randall, safety at Temple. Fell in love with this kid after I watched some of his tape here. Excellent ball skills. He's a big hitter as well, which I absolutely love in a safety. Someone who's not afraid to come up and tackle. Next pick, final pick in the draft at pick 229 in the 7th round. Can never have too many linebackers. As I said, one of the worst linebacking cores in the league. We pick up Ty Summers, linebacker TCU. This kid can play the edge as well as linebacker, but I believe he's a little bit better fit for the inside linebacker role. But it's going to be interesting to see what Matt Patricia does with this kid. But anyway, subscribe my channel. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what you guys, drop your mock draft down below. Even if it's a couple rounds, I'm okay with that. Couple trade options, that's fine with me. I'll let you know what I think. But hit that little bell icon. Let you know every time I upload a video. And, well, I'm out, guys.